Gurukulians, this is Pankil, TGT English, and I hope you all are fit as a fiddle at your homes. And with this wish, today I am going to start a new chapter which is named as No Room for a Leopard. Okay, so this is the unit 3rd. Chapter 2nd. All right. So this is a short story written by Ruskin Bond. Who is Ruskin Bond? He is a great novelist. He is an eminent or famous novelist who is well known for his short stories, okay, short stories related to children. So, he is an eminent novelist who is well known for his short stories of children. His stories highlight his deep love towards humans, animals, and nature. Now what I have written here is about Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is a famous, eminent means famous. He is a famous novelist who is well known for his short stories related to children, and in his stories one can easily see a tint of his love towards humans, animals as well as nature, okay, surroundings. So today we are going to start this new story. What I will do is today I will be summarizing this chapter, okay, and in the videos to come I will be explaining the whole chapter paragraph wise, okay. So the title of the story is No Room for a Leopard. Now have you ever been to a zoo, or have you ever been to the natural surroundings of wild animals, that is national habitat, national park or wildlife sanctuary? Have you ever been? I think I'm pretty sure that you all have visited the zoo, yes, and there you might have got a chance to see this wild animal named as leopard, okay. So what is a leopard? How does it look like? Now what is a leopard? Leopard is a kind of wild animal which is considered similar to a wild cat. It has short legs but strong ones, okay, and yellowish grey eyes, long body with black spots on it, okay, and short or small ears, okay. So A leopard is a wild animal which is generally compared to a wild cat and it has short but strong legs, small ears, yellowish grey eyes, and a long body. So this is a brief description about this wild animal. Okay. So let us start the summary of this particular chapter. What is the opening scene of this chapter? The narrator, that is Ruskin Bond, he is going down one day he was going down a hill, and he was far away from his own place, his own cottage, and he was going down the hill. So here, so we can just imagine that his house was somewhere on the hill. Okay, so he was going down the hill towards the forested area of Missouri. The whole story has been set up in the forests of Missouri. Okay, so in the first scene, the narrator was going down the hill away from his cottage, away from his place, away from his house, and while going down the hill, he was leaving behind the path, and suddenly he entered the forested area, which was very quite dark and full of canopies. Canopies, it means an area which is full of the tree branches, and the tree branches are like this. For example, these are the trees and there is another tree. So here this is called the canopy of the trees. Okay, so when the narrator was going down and he was just leaving behind the path, and what he found in front of him, there was a stream. There was a stream and there was a hill. This is a hill, and narrator is going down the hill away from his cottage. Down the hill is the forested area. This is the forested area. Okay. Now, what he found here, there was a stream. Okay, there was a stream, and the water of the stream was flowing into a ravine. Okay, water of the stream was flowing into a ravine, somewhat like this. This is the ravine. What do you mean by ravine? It is a kind of gorge, okay? And what is a gorge? Gorge is something which is deep inside the earth, okay? Something which is dug naturally inside the earth. For example, a hill is shaped like this, and this is the earth, okay? And this is hill. It is an elevated area above this earth surface, okay? And what is a ravine or what is a gorge? This is the earth surface, okay? Earth surface, and this deep portion is called as ravine or gorge. So what did he find? That when he entered the forest, there was a stream, and its water was flowing into the ravine. Its water was flowing into the ravine, okay, here. And as you all know that what is there in a forest, there are wild animals, as it was there also. So there were numerous kinds of birds, monkeys, yes, a leopard too. So the narrator is saying here that there were numerous birds watching, there were monkeys, there were wild cats, and there was also a leopard in that forest. But all these fauna, all these wild animals, they knew that the narrator or Ruskin Bond is not a hunter, and they are pretty safe in his company, okay. So all these wild animals trusted the narrator very much, okay, because let me tell you that all these animals just have a sixth sense. They can just sense sense the feeling of human beings. They can sense it out that whether they are safe in the company of a human being or not, okay. So apart from these wild animals, there was a leopard also, and many a times the narrator had seen that leopard passing by him, okay, and many a times both of them had crossed their ways, okay, in that particular forest. So what happened one day? The narrator was going to the walk, and it was not the first time that he was going to a walk in this particular forest. It was his routine, okay. So what did he see? That a group of hunters were sitting beneath a tree, were sitting under a tree, and they called the narrator and asked him that they asked if the narrator had seen any leopard here in this forest. Why they were asking about the leopard? Because they were searching for a prey, okay. They were searching that leopard for hunting, okay. So when they asked about that leopard from the narrator, what did he reply? He said, he denied flatly that no, I haven't seen any leopard here in this forest, and he walked away. And then he walked away. After that, there comes a scene that narrator was again going for a walk every day, every day for a walk in this particular forest. But several days passed, and he did not he didn't see that animal, he didn't see that leopard again. So the narrator was quite disturbed. He was quite worried about that animal, if the animal is quite safe or not. Okay, so he was very much disturbed. He was very much worried. Okay. Then one day when he was passing through a serene and silent hill, what did he see? He saw a cave, a cave which was quite dark inside, and he thought that that particular animal, that is leopard, was inside that dark cave, and with this thought he returned home. Then on the next day, or in the next day, yes, again he went for a walk in the same forest, and what did he see? That he saw that those hunters were just merrymaking, and one of the hunters shouted and called him and said that we have told you that there is a leopard in this forest. Yes, we have told you that there is a leopard in this forest. And what the narrator finds there, he finds a bamboo stick, a bamboo stick. Bamboo is a kind of tree. Okay, so these were the hunters, and what did he see? He saw carcass, C-A-R-C-A-S-S. What did he saw? That there was carcass hanging over this bamboo stick near those hunters. Okay, what is a carcass? Carcass is a dead body of any animal, okay, any wild animal or any animal. Corpse is a dead body of human being, and carcass is a body of it's a dead body of animal. So the hunter was quite heartbroken on this view. Okay, so he was very much disturbed. He was very much sad by seeing that the poor animal has dead, or they hunted the poor animal. And with this sadness, he returned home. And while he was returning to his home, so he was remembering the lines, the famous lines of D.H. Lawrence poetry, D.H. Lawrence poem. And what were those lines? What were those lines? He was remembering the famous lines of D.H. Lawrence poem, there was a room, in this world for the mountain lion and me. While he was returning to his home, he was remembering these famous lines of D.H. Lawrence, that there was a room in this world for the mountain lion. Mountain lion here tells us about leopard. Okay, leopard. He was very much disturbed by the death of the poor animal, by the death of leopard, and he was saying that there was a room there was a place to survive in this world for that poor animal and me. Although the narrator is quite alive, but the animal has died. So he was just explaining. He was just explaining his grief, okay, on the death of this poor animal. So this was all about the summary of this chapter. What we will doing in the next video, we will be just reading the whole chapter, and I will be explaining you the whole chapter paragraph wise, so that you would come to know what actually happened in the story. So thank you so much for watching the video, and yes, keep preparing and keep revising these videos, keep doing your work, keep noting down these blackboard materials in your fair registers. Thank you so much for watching.